Today we're flying from St. Augustine to Punta Gorda. If you like these videos, be sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe button. The biggest compliment I can receive is your subscription to the channel. And be sure to ring that bell for notifications. If you haven't already, stop by the Baron Pilot Shop and check out some of the Baron Pilot swag and other great aviation related merchandise.
Whiskey, flight runway heading, runway 13, intersection Bravo 1, clear for takeoff.
Runway heading 13, intersection Bravo 1, clear for takeoff, 75 Whiskey. Alright, we are clear left, we are clear right. Strobes are on. I see 13. Alright, power is set, fuel flow, airspeed is alive. $84 knots. Positive rate. Gear up.
Whiskey, contact departure, good day.
Oh, departure, good day, 75 Whiskey. Departure, Baron 3175, Whiskey 400, climbing 2000, runway heading.
3175, Whiskey, Jack, departure, ident, climb and maintain 7000.
Ident, 7000, 75 Whiskey. Alright, 1,000 feet. Bring the RPMs to 2,500.
Number 75, Whiskey, turn right, 270.
Right, 270, 75 Whiskey.
Number 75, Whiskey, I have another fix to add to your flight plan just for the restricted areas down to the south side when you're ready.
Alright, what's that fix, 75 Whiskey?
Yeah, that's going to be Jut, Juliet, Uniform, Tango, Tango, Sierra, then direct Ocala. But for now, gliding 270.
Juts, then Ocala for now, 270, 75 Whiskey. Juts, J-U-T-T-S, enter. Activate Juts. Alright, there's 270. Now climb up to 7,000. Now we're leaning for the climb.
Number 3175, Whiskey, direct Jut.
Direct Jut, 75 Whiskey. Alright, Juts, direct, oops. There you go, Juts, enter, enter. Alright, temperatures are good. RPM back, leveling off 7,000. RPM back to 2,400.
Number 3175, Whiskey, contact Jack, approach 118.6, have a good day.
18.6, good day, 75 Whiskey. Direct approach, Baron 3175, Whiskey 7,000, direct Juts.
3175, Whiskey, Jack, roger.
Alright, we are currently level cruise at 7,000 feet. We have an indicated airspeed of 162 knots, true airspeed of 184 knots, and a ground speed of 188 knots. So we are taking advantage of a little bit of a tailwind. So on a previous video, I had somebody comment, it was the video with moderate turbulence with Kim. And one of the comments that was made was my penetration speed, and they were saying that I was flying at 190, 200 knots, and I didn't slow down to my turbulence penetration speed. And I wanted to point out that that speed that he was referring to is actually the speed when you look out the front window and you see a speed. That is not my indicated airspeed, that is my ground speed. So when that says 190, 200 knots, that's 200 knots in ground speed, not indicated. My indicated airspeed comes from here. And as you can see, in normal cruise, I'm only flying in 162, 163 knots. And if you go back and look at that video and look closely, you'll actually see that I grabbed the power and pulled it back a little bit. So if you look closely, you can actually see this was more at like 21 inches of manifold pressure instead of 23. And so that indeed did bring me back to my turbulence penetration speed. But I bring this up just to point out the differences of indicated airspeed, which is the airspeed that's on your airspeed indicator that tells you how fast the wind is blowing over your wings. And as you climb, the air gets thinner, so therefore your indicated airspeed tends to decrease because it's thinner air. But your ground speed is how fast you're moving over the ground. And the two don't necessarily correlate, because then when you have a tailwind or other things, they can increase or decrease your speed. That's where we get into things like true airspeed, which takes several things into account and gives you what your true airspeed is versus your indicated airspeed. As you can see, there's a little bit of weather here. That should all be no factor. We'll skirt right alongside all that, and then go into Punta Gorda. So last I heard, Punta Gorda had a little bit of light rain, but it was nothing to be concerned about. In fact, if we go ahead and look at the ADS-B weather on the IFD, you can see that at Punta Gorda, 15 minutes ago, winds are 140 at 8, visibility 10 miles, and a few at 11,000. Alright, looking ahead, we'll go ahead and preload the ADIS for Punta Gorda, put it in standby, then load it up to the primary, and we'll go ahead and load in the tower, have that in standby. Punta Gorda tower, enter. So now we got the ADIS and tower standing by, just staying ahead of the airplane. Biggest thing you can do when flying IFR, particularly single pilot IFR, is do everything you can to stay ahead of the airplane. Don't wait till you need to do something to actually do it. So things like getting your frequencies prepared for your ADIS and your tower. If you have two navcoms, go ahead and preload them. Get it done ahead of time so you don't have to do it during the busy time of approach and when you're trying to descend and track an approach and everything else. Even in a flight crew environment, when there's two pilots, the same still applies. There's so much downtime. Take advantage of the downtime and minimize your workload so the approach just becomes one more thing that you've actually already done in your mind and you've already prepared for. So I'm going to expect the approach to be into runway 4. So I'm going to go ahead and load the RNAV for 4 into 4 flight, so I have the chart all set up. It's visual there right now, so hopefully it'll remain a visual approach, but just to be safe, I'll go ahead and preload the chart. You can see a little bit off the right, little dark skies over there.
Number 3175 Whiskey, you can contact Miami Center on 127.2.
127.2, good day, San Whiskey. Miami Center, bearing 3175, Whiskey 7000.
Number 3175 Whiskey, Miami Center, Roger, Fort Marshall, altimeter 299.5, and clear direct Punta Gorda.
995, direct Punta Gorda, 75 Whiskey. Which? What up? Oh man, the shout outs never seem to give me goosebumps and make me smile. Thanks guys, I really do appreciate that. So while we have a minute, let's talk about the JPI real quick, and particularly all the functions that it has. Of course, we talked already about it's got manifold pressure and all my engine gauges, RPM, volts, fuel pressure, oil temperature, oil pressure, fuel remaining, fuel quantity, fuel flow. But if you come in here and you step, you can see we get each and every cylinder's EGT, exhaust gas temperature, and CHT, cylinder head temperature for each one, and we have a bar graph of it. Now, as we scroll through, it also tells us the degrees cold per minute if we're worried that we're cooling our engines too quick. And then our span between our EGTs, our highest and lowest. You can see 1 and 6 is the highest, and it's 85. And on the right engine, it's 4 and 5, and it's 90. So they're about the same as far as the span is concerned. Our oil temperature, again, a repeat of our RPM and manifold pressure. Estimated fuel remaining.
45 is going to maintain 8,000.
Total fuel or distance required, so we just need 8 more gallons, so we've got plenty. Distance remaining, 62 gallons. I'm sorry,
And center flex jet 550-200.
our fuel economy, 6.1 miles per gallon.
Good morning, sir.
Our total to empty, so we got 2.5 hours of fuel remaining. And we've used 65.9 gallons. And we've used 32.8 in the left and 33.1 in the right.
Available for the
Which makes sense because I start my right engine first.
all the way to Sarah.
And then the volts in the battery, 27.8. Outside air temperature, 17 degrees Celsius. That could be Fahrenheit or
230 South
Celsius.
2418.
And you can also find that right up here as well.
November 75.
Fuel pressure.
Cross 15 north of Punta Gorda, maintain 3,000.
15 north of Punta Gorda, 3000, 75 whiskey. And then our fuel gallons per hour. Then each per engine, that was a total, this is a per engine. And then that's the whole cycle. So as you can see, there is a whole array of information in there, and that's one of the reasons why I love this JPI, because it is definitely priceless. Alright, we got a crossing restriction of 15 miles. Cross 15 miles at 3,000. So we're going to cross 15 miles
Change approved. Thanks for all your help. See you.
at 3,000.
Syrian 4773 Charlie.
So you can see our vertical speed required is 400 feet per minute right here. So once it hits 500 feet per minute, we'll hear a ding,
Number 4, Juliet.
and then we'll start our way down.
5.07.
Looks like this is just one little strip of clouds. We'll see in a minute as we approach it.
Tampa, altimeter 2995.
Alright, there's our cue for our descent. It's 500 feet per minute. You can see descent begins. Begin descent now. Alright, we'll begin our descent. We're going to go through a little bit of cloud, so I'm going to go ahead and ease the power back
Number 1,
as we descend,
Romeo, Mountain Center, Roger. And,
so that way my airspeed does not increase.
Where?
Director La Belleville, Lima, Bravo, Victor, 03
There's a lake I can make the Sigma 26 Eastern for cross city to Miami area. Available on
You can see here a little bit if you look closely. You can see the clouds in front of us. That's the MaxViz camera. Of course, it's not really designed to be working during bright daylight, but you can, hopefully the camera's picking it up. I can see the clouds very clear right there.
And there's 4773 Charlie.
Yes, sir. We're Centurion, and we're here at 5,500.
Number 73 Charlie, stop 1415.
1415, 73 Charlie.
And you're aware our 2901 Alpha for now is active, but in only 9 minutes.
That's pretty cool going through the clouds with that. I'll do that one more time.
To the north of that for 73 Charlie.
4773 Charlie, radar contact 10 south of Lake Wales, 5500, Orlando altimeter 2999er.
There's a cloud in front of us. You can see it's a very wide angle on that camera, because we can see that pretty high. And now we're in the clouds. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So you can see to meet our crossing restriction, we need 684 feet per minute, and you can see we're descending at 740, and then there's the bar, that's 500, that's 1,000, and then you can see what's in between. So we're currently ahead of schedule. So you can see the meter crossing restriction, we need 684 feet per minute, and you can see we're descending at 740, and then there's the bar, that's 500, that's 1,000, and then you can see what's in between. So we're currently ahead of schedule. So we're currently ahead of schedule.
Number 75 Whiskey, contact Fort Myers, 126.8, great day.
126.8, good day, Sam Whiskey. Fort Myers approach, Baron 3175 Whiskey, 3.6 descending 15 this side of Punta Gorda at 3000 with Tango.
November 3175 Whiskey, Fort Myers approach, Myers altimeter 2907.
907, Sam Whiskey. Alright, we have the field in sight. I see it directly in front of us.
November 75 Whiskey, turn right heading 200, vector downwind.
200, field in sight, Sam Whiskey. This turned out to be a great morning, a great flight. As always, guys, if you like these videos, hit that thumbs up and subscribe button. Biggest compliment I can receive is your subscription to the channel. And be sure to hit that bell for notifications. If you haven't already, stop by baronpilotshop.com for all kinds of Baron Pilot, beach life, and other aviation merchandise. If you don't already, you can follow me on social media, almost social media, at Beach Baron Pilot. That's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I am most active on Instagram though.
75 Whiskey, clear visual approach, left traffic, runway 4, Punta Gorda.
Clear the visual of 4, Punta Gorda, 75 Whiskey.
JetBlue 1630, contact Miami Center, 127.2, good day.
We cleared the visual of 4.
75 Whiskey, contact Punta Gorda Tower, 121.0, good day.
Over Tower, good day, 75 Whiskey.
Baron 1, Mike.
Tower, Baron 3175 Whiskey, visual for 4.
Baron 3175 Whiskey, Punta Gorda, good morning, clear to land runway 4, wind 1505.
Good morning, clear land runway 4, 75 Whiskey. Alright, we'll descend down to 1500 feet, we'll level off there for a minute, slow up, and then we'll continue our approach. Alright, here's 1500 feet. Now we'll start slowing up. Below 154 knots, flats approach. Go ahead and go gear down. We got 3 green. There we go. Now we're getting nice and slow. Got 4 off our left. Increase a little trim. Take some of that back pressure away. Up, slow us down. We're in the white arc. Alright, we're 500 feet. We are 3 green. We are clear to land. Alright, we're in the white arc. Gonna head a little high. Gonna go flaps land.
500.
Alright, wind's off our right.
Traffic 11.
But we will dip the right wing, press the left rudder.
Than 1 mile.
Alright, there's the dip in the right wing. Pressing the left rudder. Easing the power back. Power's out. And touchdown.
Baron 75 Whiskey, turn left when able, contact ground 119.55, clear on the runway.
Alright, over to ground, 75 Whiskey. Welcome to Punta Gorda. Ground, Baron 3175 Whiskey's cleared 4 at Alpha 2 for the 200 hangers.
November 3175 Whiskey, Punta Gorda ground, taxi 200 via Alpha Charlie Delta Foxtrot, cross 15 at Charlie.
200 via Alpha Charlie Delta Foxtrot, cross 15 at Charlie, 75 Whiskey.
Welcome home.
Thank you, it's good to be back. That was a nice landing. A little bit of crosswind. A little bit of a slam dunk from approach. When you get slammed, you just got to come up with a plan. And in my case, the plan was descend down to 1500 at a good rate, then level off at 1500, slow the airplane up, and then shoot a normal approach. Alright guys, until next time, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one.